in Versailles. We're going to see the famous Palace of Versailles, which is right behind me. One popular option is to take a train. So you take a train from the regional RERC line from any central station in Paris to the Versailles Chateau Rive-Boucher station. I'll be mentioning the name of the station right here. It's too difficult to pronounce. So this journey takes around 40 minutes and costs around €4 each way. So it's quite affordable that way. And from here, it's just a few minutes walk to the palace. And if you're short on time, you might want to take a taxi, but that is going to be expensive, almost like 50 to 60 euros each way. Train is a very good option because Versailles is really close by to Paris. I found this train station to be very massive and impressive. Normally, stations are not like this in Paris. Grab breakfast from here if you haven't had already because they have Starbucks. And once you reach Palace, you won't have many options available, so do that. The train ride is quite peaceful, and at the moment we were traveling on a weekday, so there was not a lot of crowd, thankfully. And the weather was also nice. After getting off from the train, this is a 10-minute walk to the palace. This is the way towards the palace, and this is the main road that we're about to cross, and you can see the palace right in front of you. We had to pass a security check before we entered the palace. There are 2 floors of this palace. The place is quite beautiful and the palace is decent in size with lots and lots of paintings. I tried to read a lot of text but couldn't because majority was in French and the English scripture was quite little, like the fonts were impossible to read. There were different rooms inside the palace, all full of paintings and beautiful infrastructure and the art that you could stand here and admire them for a long time. There was also a guided tour of this palace in which they were giving away audio guides so you could hear and listen to the translations in different languages about people who lived in the palace, the paintings that they belonged to, and what all happened inside the palace. But we didn't take that, so for us it was a lot of paintings that we had to see and just start reading things that were available to us, but not a lot of information is available. One interesting fact about this place is the peace treaty, that is the Treaty of Versailles, which ended the World War I, was signed here. It was lunchtime, so we decided to eat inside the palace, but I wouldn't recommend you this because the taste wasn't good and it was pricey. So please eat something outside the palace. After exploring the palace, we were then directed towards the gardens. Now this is the main thing that you cannot miss when you come here. My eyes were refreshed to see so much greenery around me, so I decided to take some rest here before I proceeded to visit the gardens. These palace gardens are beautiful yet massive, so be ready to walk a lot here. So we've taken the passport ticket, which gives us access to the gardens, the palace, and another palace, which is the Palace Petit Trianon, and it costs €22. You will definitely feel relaxed after coming here. Look at this beautiful fountain show. was expecting a lot from the palace here because I've been to a lot of palaces in the UK and I found them really impressive. But this one, I don't know. I mean, it did not have that spark. I did not enjoy it. So for me, if you're coming to Versailles, if you are really into history and you don't want to miss it, you can go, but it's a no from me. These gardens are beautiful, good for an evening stroll, even like a morning one. But if you just buy the palace tickets, you won't get access to these gardens. You need to buy like a passport ticket, and it contains the palace, the gardens, and another Palace of Trianon, which we sort of skipped because we did not have enough time. After some exploring, we saw some people on the golf carts, some people on the bikes. We couldn't really get the chance to go on a golf cart, so we decided to go on the bikes. We rented the electric bikes and these were around 11 euros per hour, and I think this is something that you should do here because this place is so huge. You would need bikes or golf carts to roam around, but we did this just for fun. We had already visited the entire gardens and we later came to know that we could do this. And sadly, we were late when we came here, so we did no boating, nothing, but we saw this beautiful view and thought of sharing with you. So if you come here, be sure to come and visit this. We were very thirsty and we also wanted an ice cream, so we stopped by this old cafe here that's inside the garden. Please pack your water bottles, sunscreen and lots of snacks when you come here because this place is huge. You will lose your way a lot of times and you will also get very hungry and then you will think of what to do next. So this is a very good hack and we weren't prepared, but I want you to be prepared when you go back next. You would easily require 9 hours at least to cover Versailles, entire things, all the three things, the palace, the gardens and the state of Trianon, which we missed because we were short on time. But it was a really good decision to come here as a day trip and spend a beautiful day here. Now we're going back to Paris, back to our hotel because we have another day in France and we are going to show you what we did. But for that you have to click on this video appearing here. Bye!